I have never felt so stressed in my life until now. Expedition 33. Clair Obscur. Expedition 33. This game is game of the year. It stresses me out, but in a good way. This is a game that I'm really invested in. I have so many questions. For those who are still in the beginning, whether it's Act 1 or if you just started Act 2, stop right here. Do not continue any further into this video. There will be some spoilers. Do not read the comments. There may be some spoilers. So just catch me on the next live stream when I play. That's all I can say. Bars. I'm in Act 2. Yes, I'm still sad that Gustav died. In the latest boss battle, the second Axon, she literally shows people what they want to see, or I guess what's appealing to the heart. And guess who we saw when she did that foolery on Maelle? Broke my heart, man. I'm honestly just confused by a lot of things. Renwar, when you have his first boss battle, I try my best to pay attention to every little thing because I feel like it gives you information to where you can start to kind of put pieces together. But even Renwar says random things and when you fight him, and he's like, you're supposed to be on my side. No one knows what you're talking about, dude. You keep saying we're supposed to be on your side. We're supposed to be. Why are we? Nobody knows what you're talking about, Renwar. Nobody knows what you're talking about. What I felt like Jim from The Office when he said all that.
What is going on? And where's Andy? And what is going on?
When we find out that Renwar is Verso's father.
What?
And then at some point after you finally defeat Renwar, when I defeated Renwar after 525,600 times, Verso calls Maelle Alicia.
And what is going on?
When Renwar was about to knock her lights out. What the heck is going on? Once you defeat the second Axon, the curator puts together the sword that's going to break through the barrier to where you can get to the paintress at the monolith. But I'm confused because he, at one point, I didn't hear it in English, but I'm real good at body language. The way he did that last growl before he turned around and made the sword, it was almost like he had attitude. Am I the only one that thinks that? Yeah. There's so much. And then Renwar's ability to make people disappear. When Gustav died, he did something to Maelle and made her do the same thing Kendrick Lamar did in his music. I'm just spilling my heart out here. I'm confused. I'm feeling some type of way. If Verso already knew who Maelle was, who she is, who she has been, or whatever the case may be, why did Gustav have to die? Why? It honestly just shakes me up to know that Renwar killed Gustav, but he knows who Maelle is. But for sure, Maelle's twin, the one that was touching her in her sleep in the very beginning, bro, immediately my brain was like, she almost looks like Maelle, but she's in gradient form. I'm in Act 2. I just defeated the second Axon. My brain is still trying to put everything together or try to remember everything from the very beginning. He attacks the whole crew of Expedition 33. And so he's basically stopping people from continuing on because he was once an expeditioner so many eons ago. You want to live in your fancy house, gamage free, and don't be affected by the paintress? What about the rest of the world? What about kids that gotta be orphans? Like, Gustav lost the love of his life in the very beginning of the game. I was not prepared for that. Immediately felt Attack on Titan vibes. I don't know, man. I want to hear your thoughts. What do you got? Like, can someone help me? And then there was that, and there's a whole nother thing that just popped into my head. When Renwar, right when he took out Gustav, he pushed Maelle into this abyss. In that part, you hear a conversation happening where he's saying something. It sounded like Renwar saying something to somebody, but I just can't, for the life of me, I don't know. And then my theories keep wrapping around, bro, she's the paintress. Because every time we keep seeing these masked men, they almost talk in riddles. It sounds like they're talking about the paintress, like, oh, she was just a little girl and now, you know, she just wanted to paint and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, Maelle at some point shared with Verso that she loves to paint. Is Maelle the paintress?
Don't answer that question.
Honestly, I didn't even want to continue the game after Gustav died. I didn't even go live for like a whole week. Even people on TikTok were like, I'm not alone for those who come after. Oof. Game devs, why did you have to take Gustav out? Gustav was the most brotherly, fatherly character that we met in the very beginning. It doesn't even help that he is the first character that we played with. Was that your all's intentions? To yank the heartstrings, have us traumatized for life? I mean, there's literally a bunch of people under one of my reels on TikTok. For those who come after, we continue. You're not alone. It took everything in me to keep playing. Like,
people are upset over there, man.
Expedition 33, game of the year, without a doubt. I'm not even a turn-based experienced player, but I've caught on pretty quickly. Can say that I'm not bad. I'm actually getting a lot better. I defeated the Axon in like less than 6 or 7 tries. Ren War took like, I think 10 tries, maybe 11. Once I figured out to parry with the gradient, I was done after that. You know, shout out to the musicians, everyone that put the game together. Honestly, the music, I have the whole Clair Obscur Expedition 33 album on my phone. Ren War's first battle, the music goes hard. I wanted to look up the lyrics. This is a warning though. I'm telling you guys this, but this is a warning. I wanted to look up the lyrics to the song Alicia, the song that plays in the title screen. Why, when I Googled English lyrics for Alicia, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, the first couple of things that pop up is it's a mixture of Spanish and French, but be careful because it has a bunch of spoilers. And I got so upset because I like to get the translation so I know what I'm singing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try my best to keep playing this game. I just got the sword. Now it's saying that we can go to the monolith and break the barrier of where the paintress is at. We're gonna continue on to traverse through the continent and make our way back to the paintress. Even though I have my own theories about her, when you see the paintress, she looks sad. Hands are covering her face. Who sits in one spot and then draws numbers and then goes back to that same spot? I know her legs is cramped up. I know her ankles are hurting. And that's what makes me feel like there's absolutely no way that the paintress is doing all of what she has done by choice. I think she is a whole prisoner. For what reason, we have yet to know. Alas, we will continue for those who come after, right?
103 out. Yeah, they got him a white baseball cap on. Not at the time, but they